What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Jaws from Jaws FC, and these are the best Serie A players of FIFA 21. Goalkeepers, center backs, left backs, right backs, we'll all go through them. Defensive mids and center mids together. Attacking midfielders, left wing, right wing, and strikers for every single budget, cheap, mid-tier, and expensive. Before we begin, make sure to drop a like, comment if you have any other questions, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Let's get to it. Goalkeepers. The profile of goalkeeper depends on what your playstyle is. Say you play a high line, rushes out of goal trait and high speed might matter more. But if you play quite deep, a giant 6'6" goalkeeper like Casteels or Courtois can cover more of goal, because that would be great. Important traits, diving and reflexes. Take note that the GK basic does a +5 for everything except reflexes this time around, so this might be an important trait to have for very high, for your reflexes. There's no boost here. No matter the chem style, neither wall, shield, cat or glove will boost reflexes. They won't at all. So, but lucky for you, Serie A has some of the best value goalkeepers in the game. Strakosha, Pau Lopez. So I'd pick Strakosha between these two. Insane base reflexes, 6'4", rushes out of goal and is cautious with crosses into the box. Pau Lopez, better handling and kicking, but that's about it. So for Sirigu and Donnarumma, Sirigu is very well rounded, but I'd go for Donnarumma here because he's by far the better keeper. Insane base reflexes and diving with great traits. For Szczesny, my favorite keeper of last year, 6'5" and does insane saves for me. With basic chem style, he has everything in his high 80s to 90s except for kicking. Steal of the year for goalkeeper. Handanovic is slightly better handling, positioning and diving, and is very resolute as well. He has goalkeeper long throw trait, so it's really good for starting counterattacks. Regardless of which you'd pick, I'd be confident of either in goal, so no worries there. Going on to center backs, we have Bastos and Luis Felipe, both from the same club and both, some of the better basic starter center backs out there. I can't state enough how important pace is for center backs. You jump out of position, you have low pace, it's almost game over. This attribute at least helps you have at least a fighting chance of sticking like a magnet to your opponent. So good technical ability, a good long and short passing will do you wonders. If you're a ball playing center back, Luis Felipe and Bastos, like I said, will cover some of the basics for you with a shadow or anchor, fast, strong, and defensively decent. Moving on from there, Manolas, he has very questionable passing, short and long passing at 60 and 61, vision at 22, so you have to be careful in possession with him. Other than that, an anchor or shadow on him makes him one of the fastest goal center backs with great defensive stats in game. Skriniar's slower compared to the rest on this list here, but might do well with a player like Manolas that covers his pace. With Skriniar, shadow is compulsory. Don't sleep on that. His defensive stats with that shadow will be disgustingly good. The ligt and Koulibaly with a shadow. The ligt will have better passing range, while Koulibaly with 94 strength and 87 aggression will just be a rock at the back for you. Best pairing is the last two, but for budget, you could pick De Ligt and Skriniar. That'll be a solid backline.Moving on from there, left backs. Hard to classify left wing backs and left backs for Serie A. There are many back three left mids that have great defense, but I'll see what I can do. At least 80 plus 90 pace, good dribbling to act as an inverted wing back to progress the ball in midfield. Great long passing as a trait to have to send threaded through balls to wingers and to switch the play. At least 78 plus defensive stats, defending stats, and great stamina as they'll be attacking and defending a lot. So we look here at Mojica and Lulic. So Mojica is the best starter, no question about that. Between Mauri and Sandro, again different price bracket, but I'd pick Alexandro, out of all the players here, because with Shadow he has much better defense and is actually workable stamina for a fullback. Hernandez, quite shy a hit, in terms of stamina, quite far back actually, I would say. So either Hernandez, if you're gonna pick him, with a Guardian, Anchor, or Sentinel, all do well. I don't think the Infop is a big upgrade on the normal card, so I go Mojica. Alexandro, even if it's pitted against you, Hernandez. Right back, same logic. You pay attention to agility, to maneuver in tight spaces on the flank. Insert an RM here, as his stats make more sense as an right wing back, you know. So yeah, I inserted kind of like a right midfielder here. Diogo Dalot, Marusic with Anger, no questions asked between the two. Might even pick him over someone like Malcuit, who with a shadow has some obvious problems like 70 stamina. Malcuit, Bruno Perez is actually legit, you know. Great stamina, great agility, and balance with Anchor. Has 93 pace and 77 defending. Good shot passing, a value meta right back. Pick him over Malcuit all day. Moving on from there, Cuadrado and OTW Hakimi. Cuadrado has insane dribbling for a fullback. Let's not kid ourselves here, but that 70 stamina is really not workable. Quite scary to see for the later stages in the game, the 60th minute, 70th minute. For that reason, Hakimi with Anchor is my choice, you know, much more stable, you know, but you do have the problem of trying to fit him in the back four since he's a right mid, but you know, he is a right mid, but more of a defensive winger. And again, Hakimi, if he gets a few team of the week placements, that card will be amazing. Send defensive mids and center mids, Serie A doesn't have that many at this point in time. So what you're looking at here is interceptions, they're prime, you know, also good at everything with decent finishing. You want them to be all-rounders basically. You know, I like ball progresses, so great dribbling, agile, technical is a giant help to me. That's why De Jong was so good for a lot of people last FIFA. So starting out from here, Rabiot, he's very meta with 6'4" and has a presence in midfield with great ball control and passing. Barella, you don't even have to wait though. You know, has great stamina, great defense or center mid, 3-star. No real weaknesses except for finishing in the box. Picking Barella here for practical ability, you know, more pace as well. Tonali is quite OP, you know, with upgrades will be super meta. I'm just punching myself for why I didn't do this SBC for Tonali. I missed it for 30 minutes. I really hope I don't regret this one. But if you did miss it as well, Zielinski is serviceable and fun. Same concept as Barella, just with the 5-star weak foot, you know, but only not a lot of stamina. SMS, search Milinkovic Savic. This is basically Serie A Pogba. Shadow on him makes him look quite good with the 87 dribbling as a main stat. But the same goes, you know, to the 6'3" monster, you know, of SMS with a shadow 4-star. Basically Pogba, but can't dribble and can't dribble and can defend actually. Yeah, so Nainggolan with shadow though, holy crap, best in the mid by far. This guy will just eat your opponents up, be it Hunter or shadow. He's an industrious box-to-box midfielder. My pick between SMS and him will definitely be him. Moving on from there, we got wingers. So the wingers, you need pace, strength, and at least 3-star weak foot. Good shot passing and great dribbling stats. Perisic needs a hunter. He needs Hunter to breathe. And a 5-star weak foot, you know, amazing finishing. Alexis, you know, he needs a hunter too. You know, we'd go for Perisic because of that weak foot. Deulofeu can thrive with a Deadeye or finisher, kind of like a cheap Insigne. Gosens is more of a great left mid for a back three. Actually looks like a decent, you know, center mid, but needs a hunter to cut in and shoot. You know, wouldn't recommend him that much. I actually recommend Deulofeu over there, just in terms of practicality on the wing. And Perisic for the first one. Lorenzo Insigne, one of my top 5 favorite goal players of FIFA 20. I did a video for that. With a Deadeye, still looks like one of the best cams in game right now. With a hunter, looks really good too. Agility, ball control, balance 93, 4-star to finish well. Just note 30 plus strength, so he can get pushed if you're not too careful. Douglas Costa out of packs. The Wizard now at Bayern. Might get extinct one day, but for now, a finisher on him might look half decent. Is brilliant on the ball if you keep him very wide, and can cause lots of trouble if he stays wide. Yeah, so my picks will be Perisic, Deulofeu, and Insigne. You know, Insigne because of 4-star is just more manageable. Right wing, same rationale as above. Mickey, 5-star, weak foot, 100 on him. Let's go. Politano's my pick for pace though, agile too, and can finish. So maybe not let's go for Mickey Tarian unless you're using him in cam position, which could be quite interesting. 5-star weak foot for that position is so prime. Hakimi, OTW again, looks okay as an attacking right wing. So we're changing the conversation here. We're looking at him, you know, purely from a right wing attack position. You know, looks kind of okay with a dead eye, but won't dribble that great. Lozano in form, quite a big upgrade. Finisher on him looks immense. My picks: Politano, Callejon, and Lozano in form. Lozano normal is also fine. Let's go to cams. Great vision and shot passing is what you need. A 4-star weak foot and high attack positioning for making those intelligent runs and finishing those chances. Good pace, good stamina, very important as well. Pellegrini, Bernardeschi, kind of their starter cams. You know, both look great with a finisher. Letta has 5-star skills, which can be very useful for a cam position. You know, you're just behind the striker. You know, so you carve out chances in space with the front three in front of you to make the runs. You're doing elasticos in some positions, can be very, very important. Luis Alberto, medium, finesse shot trait, and his world-class short and long passing. But my pick is Eriksen because he's high, looks good with 105-star weak foot, is so good with the cam position, like I said. 92 stamina just means he runs at a consistent pace for the whole game. But you can't just pick a Serie A team without picking one of the best cams in the world right now. Alejandro Gomez, the meta choice, you know, looks great with a 100 or finisher. His agile dribbling is unbelievable. Not a big upgrade for the inform though. And the price diff is not that worth it right now in my opinion, but you know, so I'll pick the former for value. Wrapping things up here with strikers, pace, 4-star weak foot at least. 4-star skills is preferable to create space in the box, but not super important. You know, decent hitting at least for this year since it's apparently a bigger factor. So Ilicic is more like a cam, honestly. Looks okay with engine, could do very well as a second striker that hovers in the 4-4-2. Muriel, 4-star, most meta striker, looks OP with finisher or hunter. Morata back in Juve again, usable with hunter. What more can I say? I go for Muriel in the lone striker format. I think he works best. Morata's are quite okay as well. Osimhen's normal goal card can be very effective as well with his height, jumping, and strength. But the ones to watch version can be a beast with a few informs. You know, so Osimhen, look out for him. Lukaku, he's already that beast that we're talking about. With 100, he looks spectacular as the target man. You know, beware of his agility and balance though. You know, not much to say about that. You know, very clunky, but the other factors make him worth it if you are looking for this profile of striker. Martinez though is a target man like him, however, who's much more comfortable on the ball, and good at everything. Immobile is not that far away, 3-star, 4-star though, more clinical but pales in agility and aggression. Both will do the job for you. Immobile is just a clinical finisher. Mertens, close to a cam 2 like Ilicic, but can be a very effective striker with a hunter. Bodes well with Insigne, mad agility. The dybala, 3-star weak foot, slap a dead eye for cam. 100 of a striker, reminds me of Firmino but with better dribbling. Still very meta. Ronaldo is custom running animations with an engine, still the best with his 5-star skills. Hyperactive on the pitch, enthusiastic, probably MVP in most teams. Well picked Mertens here over dybala just because of the weak foot. Ronaldo, of course, you can afford. And in between Lukaku, Martinez, and Immobile, very, very interesting dilemma. I'd probably pick Martinez, but I can see a lot of value in Immobile as well. For normal, I'd go either Muriel or Osimhen for just because how fun he probably looks. And yeah, that's about it for all the players. And now we go to squad builders. For our starter team, we have Perisic, Politano, and Muriel in the front three, Mirella and Tonali, and Bernardeschi in the midfield, Mojica and Malcuit flanks, fullbacks, Bastos, Luis Felipe, and Chakosha. Very cheap squad. A squad that should be able to get you up and running, you know, to win some games. Moving on from there, mid-tier squad. Don't know much to put about. Don't know how I could possibly put Insigne, so I think this is the best option. Possibly getting him on 7 cam with the right manager and loyalty in front. Playing with Mertens, Martinez. Yeah, that'll be quite interesting. And Eriksen as well. Nainggolan and Milinkovic-Savic holding the flanks is about 200k in the squad. Sandro, I still believe in Sandro so much. Bruno Perez, the ligt and Skriniar. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Manolas. Donnaruma at the back as well. And then finally, the most expensive version, I did something interesting. I put Hakimi at right back. You know, he should be able to play with 7 chem as well as a right midfielder with the loyalty and the manager. Milinkovic-Savic and Nainggolan holding the flanks again, but it's Mertens, Dybala, and Gomez as the center mids. Yeah, just moving forward with Ronaldo in front. Ronaldo could possibly play left as well, with Gomez or Mertens playing on the right. Again, Sandro I still think is the best left back over Hernandez. So here we are, the ligt and Koulibaly, of course, and Szczesny. Of course, you could place with Handanovic, but you know, this is my preference. So we've come to the end of the video. You know, if you like the content, feel free to subscribe, smash the like button, and comment what kind of video would you like next. And yeah, peace. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.